Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome in. Tonight is May 19, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York session time. We're going to go over Forex Factory news first, identify red folder news, and then we're going to jump into the charts. We're going to start off with indices, move on to metals, and then move on to Forex pairs. That's going to be what we're going to end up with, right? We're going to end with the Forex pairs. So without further ado, let's get started with the news. So for tonight's Sunday during the Asian session, which is now currently, we do not have any red folder news. Monday, tomorrow, we're going to see in the London session 3 different bank holidays. We have CHF, Euro, Pound, right? And then also Canadian dollars here for the Americas during New York session. Tuesday, red folder news, we're looking at Canadian dollar. We're also looking at British Pound, GBP, during New York session, right? Kiwi during the Asian session, GBP on Wednesday during the London session, USD during the New York afternoon session. Thursday, we're looking at Euro during the London session. Quite a bit of red folder news for Euro. GBP as well during the London session. New York session, an hour before open, USD. 15 minutes after market open, we're looking at red folder for USD again. And then Friday, we're looking at GBP during London session and USD half an hour after market open on Friday as well. So without further ado, let's jump on these charts. First off, we're going to identify a couple levels here. I was able to identify with the team on Discord, but I'll show with you guys as well. On the daily time frame, we're looking at bullish movement, right? Bullish price action. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We did have a ranging market here on the daily candles starting off over here on the 22nd of February. And then we had a break of structure, break of the range, right? Break of trend, whatever you want to call it, over here on the 15th of April. So starting out on the 22nd of February and then just ping-ponging until it finally broke through and then market started moving. Over here it dumped quite a bit, but then you can see market started pushing price action higher, right? Higher highs, higher lows until the point where we broke over here and we hit an all-time high. All-time high is at 18,760.75. I identified 2 different fair value gaps. So this red over here is a fair value gap that is on the daily time frame. This one's at 18,533.75. And let me actually get out of this trade of 8 for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. I'll remove these fibs. Right, so that's the fair value gap over there. Set your alerts on here as well. But we tapped into and mitigated this area already. So I'm expecting price action to retrace a little bit further. I'm expecting price action to come back into like somewhere around here and then take off from there. That's on the daily time frame, but on the 4-hour time frame, you're going to see there's another entry a little bit closer to where this fair value gap is. You also have this other daily fair value gap. It's over here at 18,365.25. And then you also have the golden pocket over here. That's drawn out by EZAlgo automatically. And this one's at 17,752. Keep an eye on that. Set an alert on that. I have an alert up here because it's at this halfway point. And I'll keep it there to see how price action develops. Going down into the 4-hour, you're going to see over here inside the 4-hour, you have 2 different fair value gaps that fit inside these daily fair value gaps. This fair value gap over here, which has this market structure. And then you have this 4-hour fair value gap that sits inside this daily as well. Both of these are pretty good because they're in areas of discount zones, right? These are discount zone areas. So they're more than likely to react to those areas. And we always want to short premium zones, right? Above the 50%. And we always want to long the discount zones. Let's go with the trend. We are still bullish. We're looking for bullish positions, right? Now we go down into the 1-hour. Let's see if there's any other form of entry because we might actually have a switch, right? This might actually give us a nice little entry into going into that retracement over here. And we're looking for a market structure shift followed by displacement, aka fair value gap. Fair value gap here, but it's been tapped into multiple times and mitigated. Looks like this is now an inverted. It's going to bounce off there and continue up. There's nothing else here for us on the 1 hour. I'm not going to go down to the 15-minute because it's too much noise, but we're just going to keep watching that. And then I would definitely recommend you guys to keep watching that to see if you see any kind of market structure shift followed by a strong displacement. So something kind of like this, right? Just push, 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 fair value gaps, and no real testing of that area. We're not really seeing that there. We're seeing a lot of noise, and that's fine. We're gonna wait for those higher time frame levels on the 4 hour and the 1 day, the daily. Now let's go on to gold. I'm using the futures charts for gold, and TradingView is a little bit slow today, oddly enough. What the hell? So slow. So I did have this level over here. It tapped into it and got mitigated. This level, now it's an inverted fair value gap. And that inverted fair value gap is sitting inside this fair value gap over here, this bullish fair value gap. That looks like a beautiful point of entry for me. So because that played out like that, when did that happen? This was on Wednesday, this previous Wednesday. So gold did that fair value gap, overlapping with the inverted fair value gap. So if you look left, boom, right there, inverted fair value gap, price action broke through it. Now that's going to be our supports area. Set your alerts on that. That's going to be a pretty sweet entry point. Look at it at around 5 or 15-minute time frame, and you're going to be looking for a market structure shift. Same thing as this, right? Market structure shift, price action breaks through it, leaves behind this fair value gap. That's what you're going to be looking for, like on a 5 or 15-minute time frame. And that's going to be a really nice clean entry for you because we are still bullish on gold until we're not, right? Until we get that strong market structure shift. This is on the daily. We're looking really, really bullish. I've set so many different areas here, weekly fair value gaps, daily fair value gaps, and it's just not pulling back. Going down into the 4 hour, what do we see? What do we see here on the 4 hour? Just massive amounts of fair value gaps. I'm really going to be watching this area here, 2367.8. That's going to be my high confluence area. I'm going to mark that out actually. Make it nice and thick. It's going to be a green line, a little bit different than the coloring format that I use, but I want to do that on purpose because I want to be able to identify that. And it's going to stick out like a sore thumb to me because I don't really have green on my charts. But I want to keep an eye on that. That looks like a really good level about to develop. Yeah, breaker structures over here. And then if we're looking at this over here, these structures, I'll draw my fibs from over here. We're looking into long positions around here. So that kind of overlaps with what I'm looking at. Price action might tap into these levels here. You have a support level over here as well with EZAlgo. Let me just clean that up a little bit and just focus on the order blocks. We also have order blocks sitting right over here. So this, I'll pull it back a little bit more. This area here, if it pulls back far enough, that's going to be an insane entry right here. Continuation to the upside. It's a really big move. So we'll keep watching this, right? But for now, we're looking at anything at this green line and below all the way up to here. We're going to be looking for longs. I'm going to keep this a little bit short so the charts are not too muddled. This over here I had for a short, but it's broken through and it's been invalidated. It should actually break through this over here, and it looks like it will. It's not that far away. Right over here we're at 24.28 and needs to get to 24.48. $20 overnight. I do see it breaking that all-time high and creating a new all-time high. Let's go to silver. We got some pretty good entries in silver this week as well. Some great alerts were set. Check you out on the daily. This is already taken off. This entry was set. I would set, because this is a market structure right here. I'll do my fibs from there to where you are now. Daily fair value gap overlaps with my OTE fib at 0.705. I would set my entry here. So I'm still watching this area here. Now, if I enable my fibs and I enable the halfway point in 0.5, you're going to see at the 0.5, this fair value gap here overlaps as well. Now, that's not going to be a high probability trade for me, but there is confluence there. You have that halfway point of the fair value gap and you have the halfway point of the OTE fibs. I wouldn't take it personally, but you can probably scalp it. You'll probably get some rejection off there and a few, 1 minute candles, a few 5 minute candles, but don't expect this to continue the price action to push it upwards, right? It's not the strongest entry. I would definitely do everything below that. So the 6.2, the 7.05, the 0.8, and it looks like they updated the OTE, the fibs. You can actually add text. That's super cool. That's an update that, TradingView just did recently. At least on my charts, I've never seen that before. So daily fair value gap over here, that looks like a sweet spot. I'd say, yeah, keep your stop loss tight over here and then just structure high, right? We'll keep an eye on that. I have my alert set. Alert is at 28.005. Price action comes test that. I'm looking for longs in this area. Check you out Euro. Euro on the daily. So if you're looking at Euro on the daily, it's at a pretty nasty downtrend right now. Boom, 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 boom. Euro USD. I'm looking for shorts in this area because it's an extreme premium, this market structure. It should reject off here as well. Only to go with the trend, right? What do we see here? See a market structure shift to the downside, bearish, and price action coming right back up to retest. It's broken through this bearish fair value gap. So now this is an inverted fair value gap. I'd be looking at this point of entry here. I'm gonna set an alert there. This could actually, price action could come back into here. It's very important we watch this. Tap into that and then continuation to the upside. So whatever it does. And then, yeah, so this area here is going to be extremely important, this buy side area. We have to continue watching that. We want price action to develop underneath this, at least a 4-hour candle closing beneath it, to validate our bearish fair value gap now being active again. And then that low area right there, instead of being a support area, it's going to be a resistance area, and then price action continue to dump. We'll keep watching that. And then right over here, this is market structure over here. If we draw our OTE fibs, I'd say let's do from that to over here. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for any entry below that for continuation upwards. So we can probably long this area here, 705 with the fair value gap. And then we can also do this order block. My favorite entries now, besides inverted fair value gaps, are when you have an overlap of an order block and a fair value gap. I like that entry of the order block, right? So that border of the order block and the fair value gap is always a really nice sweet spot, because it'll most likely than not tap into that area, even if it's just a slight wick on a 10-second or 15-second candle. It'll just go boop, boop, and then continue up. And then goes in your direction. Or if it goes straight through, whatever, price action was going to go straight through anyways. But you'll see that you'll get some nasty risk to reward by focusing in on that area. If it fair value gap overlaps with an order block, you just put it right there at that border, and it's just incredible how accurate it is, right? When it works, it just hits. It hits very, very well. And if it doesn't hit, then fuck it, right? The price action wasn't going to go in your direction anyways, but at least you got a higher risk to reward, and you can risk a lot less percentage as well, right? You can take a lot less risk. We're going to move on to GBP. Oh, by the way, since I'm on the futures charts, that area was actually 1.08180. Moving on to British pound, GBP. GBP on the daily. See, I was waiting for this pullback here, but it just went without me. I was waiting for it to come back into this daily fair value gap, 1.2413. Price action never going back to it. Continue to do his thing. So I'm going to remove that, remove those OTE fibs, and just watch it. What am I watching? Price action is developing over here. This daily fair value gap, which was supposed to be bearish, it broke through it. And now guess what, guys? This is going to be a disgusting area for us. And I mean that in a good way. We're going to look for price action to come and retest this area here, and it's going to take off. That's an inverted fair value gap, and it is just so beautiful the way it's developed, right? Fat fair value gap there, fat fair value gap here. Here it's after market structure shift, right? This belongs to the breaker structure. So market structure shift and breaker structure. And over here, this candle itself is the market structure shift. Now, the only thing is the OTE fib, right? So right now, if it goes into here, it's way above the 0.5 line. So I'm not going to look for shorts, because I think this might actually go up a little further up. It'll make more sense if this is at the 0.5. This price action might just test out this market structure here, because it's already tested this one out. It's closed above it. So I'll probably test out this market structure here. And then just to get some confluence at 0.5 and that halfway point might overlap. Here, the 0.62 overlaps with here. So this might actually just wick into this 0.62. I feel comfortable getting into there and then continuation up. And then if you can see here, the 0.27, which is the take profit, is on par with this market structure over here. So this looks pretty good. I would say something like this. And that's going to be like a 2.3 to 1. 2.31 to 1. Yeah. So looking at something like that. So let's set my alerts to that. Alert to there. And my alert to there. This is at 1.2580. This one's at 1.2622. This one's at 1.2638. What's up with the yen? Check you out. Yen, downtrend, very obvious. We're looking for a pullback. Pullback at an extreme premium zone, which is right over here in the OTE fibs. 0.8, 0.705, and the 0.62. Still hasn't come back up, but it looks like it has potential. Higher high, developing there, and then once this one closes, and then if it closes above, then that's going to be the second higher low, excuse me. Right? This is a higher low, and then we're expecting another higher low, and then price action slowly but surely moving its way up here. These fair value gaps, I'm going to remove them. Not very important because we are at extreme discount here. I'm not shorting discount. I'm shorting these. I'm shorting the premium zones. So I have alert set here over here, 0.0067630. And then I also have 0.0068135. Shorting those levels. Canadian, I don't trade this. Let's go to DXY. Let me actually remove that from my charts. We went to DXY. What do we see here? Oh man, this thing's playing out really nice. So it's holding the structure well. Right, pumped up right over here. And then this looks like it's about to pump as well. Where's it gonna go? Probably this market structure here. We had a fair value gap over here. It tapped into and mitigated it. But yeah, it's playing out here perfectly. Now if this price action closes beneath this number one line right over here, 103.886, candle closes below it. Oh man, Nas is gonna fly. Just fucking fly. And then if you can see right over here, right, this is a fair value gap area, and then you see this is actually the order block like I was telling you about. So right there, it's sitting on above the order block. It just wicked into it and then continuation upwards. That's why I like getting in on the order blocks whenever they overlap with the fair value gaps. Gives you a very, very high risk to reward, and then that way you can tune down your risk percentage as well. So yeah, it looks like USD might actually pull up. Let's check you out on the 4 hour. Boom, right there, got rejected. Fair value gap was there, developed. And then you have a higher low over here developing. We'll see how price action develops. It looks like it's going right back up. Came back into the zone. Deep discount, very deep discount. And then continuation to the upside. Next level it should tap into should be over here, but it looks like it might have already mitigated into it. Got really close. Yeah, I got really close to that. So that one, I would consider that mitigated. Next fair value gap that we have, nothing really. Everything's been tapped into and mitigated. So there's not really anything holding it back, price action wise, right? Well, we have one more fair value gap. Right here. So in theory, we should seek this. That's what it should be seeking. There's an area of liquidity here. These are your equal highs. And then that's the fair value gap that it should be seeking. Everything else has been tapped into and mitigated. This is two. This is the closest point when it comes to the fair value gap. And it's at a premium. Right? Premium zone, OTEs overlap. This would be the first fair value gap that it needs to test out. And then if it breaks through here, Nas is gonna fly. And yeah, our longs are gonna be insane. This might play out pretty well. While this is going up, Nas is gonna continue dumping, and then vice versa. So when it comes to the USD, if USD is doing well and going up, Nas goes down. If USD is doing bad and goes down, Nas goes up, right? That's the correlation between that. It also works with Euro USD, USD pairs on Forex. It works with metals, right? Like gold and silver. That works out as well. The only thing is that gold sometimes does very well on its own when it's like global conflicts, like what's happening right now in the world. So we'll see tomorrow how price action develops for gold due to all the current news that's happening in the world right now, especially with Iran and all this. You have to just watch the news, right? I'm not exactly sure about crude oil. I know crude oil gets pretty much like the same price action when it happens, when it comes to like gold. Same thing, news affects it, black swan events affect it. So I mean, there's a lot to learn when it comes to this. But for now, it's just USD pairs. USD does well, everything else is bad. USD does bad, everything else is well. Let's keep it short and simple. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for me for tonight. Mark out those zones. I already have my zones marked out over here. I'm looking at NQ, right? I'm looking at NASDAQ, and then hopefully, you know, this all works out well. Also too, if you have EZAlgo, you have EZAoscillator, which is right over here, which is what I'm using. With EZAoscillator, it's pretty much like a mixture of like RSI, MACD, and all that. Over here, I have a confirmation of the actual trend itself turning bearish. So that little confirmation right there gives me confidence to start seeking, like on smaller time frames, like probably making up an entry point for a short position. I'm still bullish, excuse me. And in order for me to get it tapped in, it has to come back into this fair value gap, into this fair value gap as well. So I have two different positions there. I have one right there on the 4 hour, and then I have one over here on the daily. But I'm still bullish. I just want price action to come test out these levels and then continue upwards. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for joining me tonight. Come back here, same time, same place next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York session. Thank you and goodbye for now. And we caught the pump right back into the golden pocket. That was textbook. That's what happens when price action actually does what it's supposed to. This should, I don't know how to gauge this right now. Because check this out, 15 minute, we have a market structure shift. That's the golden pocket. This shit should fucking moon. So I'll probably long it again. Do another long, and then take out over here. Up another 200. And then I'll probably long it again. Add into the position. Yeah, it wants to go up. I need 26.5. 26.46. Oh, a little bit. I was off by 100. 24.4700. I need 300 more. I'm down. I'm up. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. It's going up. It might pull back a bit, yeah. Wow. It's pulling back hard. Probably DCA into that. That's on the 15 minute. I'm not stressing it.
Yeah, I'm long too. I went long too, so this is kind of a nail biter for me.
It's fine. We're looking for long. It's gonna fucking pump it. It's just fucking, it wants to go right here. You're looking at the 15 minute. I wasn't expecting that kind of pullback though. Damn, what a fucking pullback on me. Two clean as fuck trades for this fuckery. I was 500 away from passing this challenge. And we know the price action was to move up. Candle closes in 1 minute. It just needs to close above this area. Yeah. It's not pushing hard enough. It's just not pushing hard enough, man. That area right there is an inverted fair value gap too. If it breaks through that, then fucking A. It's just a lot of confluences. So I should feel comfortable. Man, it's fucking stuck. That's more like it. It's fucking stuck right there. 2 minutes for this 5-minute candle to close. 1 minute, 1 minute, 13 seconds. This shit needs to close up here. It needs to close above it, or otherwise this shit's just not pushing. Price action looks good here. I mean, as long as it closes out with the fucking wick underneath it on the 15-minute. Bro, just go up. I hate Fridays, yo. I should have just taken my good trades and get the fuck out. I wanted to get that last few hundred in. This is the last piece right there. That's the last little bit. This is literally it. We get a candle closure beneath that. That's it. It's a wrap. Six minutes, 6 seconds. 3, 2. Fucking A, man. I know it's priming to pump, like in this area. Just continuation up, continuation up. Continuation up. Let's break the structures up. It's a clear shot on the way up. All this area has been already tested out. All this liquidity is taken out. It's just a clear shot up. How you doing, Kevin? How you holding up?
I am very close to being stopped out. That will pretty much wipe out my gold and oil trades if it doesn't, if NQ doesn't go up from here.
It's going to.
Be another gloomy Friday.
Yeah, I hate Fridays, bro. I'm gonna stop trading Fridays. The range right there is nice on the 1 minute. Gives me hope. This is a 5 minute nice fat wick. Just needs a continuation up. There's one more DCA level after that, which is this order block. That shit really came down hard. Cutting it. I'm cutting it. 3,400. That'll probably reject off here. I got greedy. I'm gonna use a different account. Because that should be the entry. Yeah, of course. I got out of the position and it's fucking shooting up now. This is a good area right here. It should go up. I'm down, what, 3,000 on that one? Let's say 4. I can risk 1,000. Because it's still not 1%. I haven't lost 1%. Then I'll do 2 to 1. Wow, that's a massive dump. That's a massive dump. Yeah, this is Friday price action. Friday price action is terrible. I'm surprised we got two really clean ass trades in the beginning, but I had to give some money back to the market. Fucking A. And then this account here. Oh, this is gonna play out perfectly. I'm gonna leave this to play out the way it's supposed to. What account is this? 17. And then the account 27. Damn, what a shame. I was $700 away. Now I'm 3,000-ish away again. We are at 261,435.02. 3,564 away. I took a big loss on that for no reason. No reason. This price action is supposed to go up. Bounced off here. Equal lows 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Market structure here is bullish as well. We're looking on the 1 hour. It is what it is. Friday price action, guys. Kevin, of course, it takes us out, takes our liquidity. Now it's moving up.
Yep. I did jump back in. Call me crazy. That huge wick put me in. I got a couple more of these 250K accounts. This one it's kind of depressing because I had a really good trade this morning on gold and oil, and then this happened.
Look at that.
But I did get in. I did get in long, Caesar. I am long, but probably not going to make up what I already lost on this MQ.
I should have re-entered, but it would have been way too risky. I mean, I did enter. I got in what, like 700? Oh my God. Friday fuckery. All right, so look. I got one win for about 4,400, and then I got another win for about 1,800, plus this 700 here. Wait, hold on. That math isn't mathing. 4,400 plus 1,800 plus 700. So I was up like 6,900. I just took a $3,500 loss. I'm up 3,400 for the day. So a little over 1% on my account. I'll take that. That was super clean too. We got the pullback, right? Boom. Tapped into that. And then we got the move up. And then the move up just got stopped out. It just went fucking down. This, I'm going to leave this open here on my other account number 17. This one's up $1,000 right now. I should just close it out. Nah, I'm not closing it out. This is gonna close out at 2,700, which is a 1%, or actually no, more than that. It'll close me out probably like a 2% because this is a 1% risk. 1% risk puts me at 2,500. Multiply that by 2.7. My take profit's going to be 6,700 on that. That's going to be a third of the way for passing this account once it closes. Price action looks good. Doesn't have to go too far either. That's going to be sick nasty. That'll play out by itself. I'm not staying here for that. We already got in our trade. We're good to go. This account over here, this account's passed. It's just chilling in the background. 27. This bad boy here, I'm going to pass you on Monday. I'm going to need 3,500 for you. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you same time, same place on Monday. Wait, no, Monday I will not be here. Monday I'm traveling for work. So I will see all of you on Tuesday. I will be in the western coast, the west coast of the United States. So I'll be trading at 6 a.m. my time, 9 a.m. New York Session Standard Time. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Kevin, take care, brother.
Yep, bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.